Hello, welcome to the Zoom booth at IBC Show 2024 in Amsterdam. So at this show we are presenting two new products, and the first one is the H2E, which is the successor of this device, the H2N. And as everybody expected, the H2 Essential has now 32-bit float recording, like all our other H Essential recorders. So it means that you never have to set the gain again, and you also don't have a gain dial like in former times. So basically, you press record and that's it. The new H2 Essential has two different microphone sets up, one on the front and one on the back. And I have an XY stereo microphone, and now I have an MS stereo microphone on the other side. Some of the controls of the H2 Essential has moved to the top. I have the record button and all the buttons to set up the recording mode directly on top of the unit. That means I can select which microphone I want to use, front and rear. And for the MS microphone, I have the possibility to change the recording angle from 90 degrees to 120 degree, but I also have a mono button. So because MS stereo microphone is fully mono compatible, if I switch it to mono, if I just have one voice, it's very handy because I have a mono file right away. I also can record to 4-track surround like in former times with both microphones, but I can also record like with the H2N 360 degree surround signal to a stereo track. That means it's very handy. For example, if I put it in the middle of a conference table, I can record the whole conference and everybody will be recorded with the same level. It records to micro SD cards up to 1 terabyte. It also has now a slot for an optional BTA1 Bluetooth adapter. That means there will be an iOS app for controlling the device, and also I can synchronize it to wireless timecode over Bluetooth. Therefore, I need an Bluetooth timecode generator like the Timecode Systems Blue, a small device, and then I can sync it up and basically perfectly sync it to a video camera, or also sync different H2Ns or different H Essentials like the H6 or the H4E to timecode and import the files later on in a video editing program as a multicam file, and then all files are perfectly lined up. The second product, which is new at IBC, is our Trak L6. And the Trak L6 is the world first digital mixer with a built-in 32-bit float recorder. That's never done before. So it has two microphone inputs with phantom power if you want, and then you have 4 stereo line inputs. You can record each channel to a separate track, and you can record, of course, the stereo master track as well. You have a 3-band EQ on each channel, and basically you can see here, this is a channel strip. So if you press a button, like let's say the high frequencies, I have endless encoders on each channel, and now I can adjust the high frequencies. If I switch to the low frequencies, I can adjust the low frequencies, and so on. Basically, I also have 2 auxiliary outputs for 2 aux sends that I can send a signal to an external effect device, and I also have a built-in effect device for basic effects like room, something like that. It also works as a 32-bit float USB-C audio interface, and I can record to the internal SD card and stream it over USB-C at the same time. It works on 4 AA batteries over the power supply, but of course you can also use a USB power bank to power the unit. Furthermore, I have scene memory that I can save some scenes for different setups, and I also have 4 sound pads. Like with our PodTrak recorders, I can use, for example, if I'm doing a live stream and I have a jingle, I can put the jingle on the SD card, and then I can play the jingle by pressing a sound pad. But as this is also aimed for musicians, because if you are doing, for example, a DJ live set or electronic music live set, you can put it with optional rack adapters into a Euro rack, mount it to the Euro rack system, and then you have the possibility with the sound pads to use them as a sampler, like in former times in the DJ mixers. So basically, you can sample the master output to these pads. So for example, you have a drum computer connected, you have a drum loop going on, you can sample the drum loop and then loop the sample from the sound pad, you plug out the drum computer, plug something else in. Or if you are doing a live act, you can do basically with these sound pads, you can do a live remix of your own set, which is very, very useful for DJs and electronic musicians.